Alright, so how's everybody doing here today? We are doing a one-shot campaign or game called Bad Apples. Something I picked up a little while back. It seemed like a pretty fun and interesting game. So decided to give it a shot here with some of our other individuals, people that are already playing some of our other campaigns, so that'll be kind of fun for us here. Going to turn them down because they're super loud. Not really any announcements for this week. Wednesday's game is a go as always. This week it is Amongst the Giants, so we're looking forward to the return of that. Then our Saturday game is back for Civil War Alliance, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Sunday game is still going to be out, but Monday is going to return as normally planned, so we should be good to go with that stuff as well. Other than that, I think that's everything. So, is everybody ready over here?
Yes, sir.
I believe so.
All right.
Yes.
You're probably streaming, aren't you, Forge?
I am, as always.
Let me go find it.
This is my normal Monday night game, so tonight, instead of me getting to play a Goliath fighter barbarian, I get to try to kill you guys in a one-shot. All right.
I'm not sure I like this trade-off.
Yeah, let's see how we do.
So, the campaign, as you guys know, is titled Them Bad Apples. Basically, the story of this campaign is the village of Shade Valley is in the midst of preparing for the Harvest Festival, the most important and anticipated celebration of the year. Citizens and businesses are decorating their houses and shops with all the trappings of the festival. Banners of corn husks and twine adorn the doorways. Pumpkins carved with wicked faces stare from windowsills. Everywhere, children can be heard building straw men and making costumes. Everything is in place, except for one exception. The delivery of this year's cider from the remote apple orchard is inexplicably late. The cider is the most important part of the festival, obviously. Without it, the celebration simply will not be the same. The residents of Shade Valley are beginning to worry. Newton Tell, the eccentric middle-aged man that runs this cider mill, should have sent for some help to gather the apples for cider by now. The festival is just a few short weeks away, and it'll take at least that long for the cider to ferment to just the right flavor. To make matters worse, the roads to the orchard have been overrun with bandits lately. Everyone wants to get the cider delivered in time for the festival, but nobody wants to risk the trip to get there. Anxiety has reached a high point, and Sine, the mayor of Shade Valley, has pulled the citizens in the village together in an effort to take matters into their own hands. Our adventurers managed to arrive just in time to hear the mayor explaining to the guards what needs to happen and how many able-bodied men and women they will need to be willing to trek to the apple orchard, and as well as offer a handsome reward to anybody who is willing to do so. And then that is where we're going to begin the start of our session here. As mentioned, the village of Shade Valley is in much need of their cider for the Harvest Festival. The mayor offering a nice reward to anybody willing to travel over to the orchard to help to procure the cider as needed. And the mayor, standing in front of everybody, shouts out to the crowd and says, "Hear, hear, listen well. With the Harvest Festival only a couple weeks away, and we haven't heard high nor low from Mr. Tell in months, the village of Shade Valley is looking for a group of individuals that are willing to travel to the orchard to investigate. His orchard isn't too far away, don't worry. And he should have sent word for help by now, but, you know, it's probably nothing, I'm sure, but there's been a few bandit attacks along the road when I send my guards. But nevertheless, I can't risk any more men, but if any of you are willing to put your necks on the line for this, there would be a very handsome reward. Say 50 gold per cask? We'll definitely need at least 10 casks this year."
Orchard? Where is this orchard?
Due west. Like half a day away. You can make it there in no time.
Alright. I'm in. Down for some apples.
And he kind of looks around. And anybody else willing to accept?
Yes. I would like to go as well. I could use the extra money.
And he nods and continues looking around. That's two. Are there more? I don't know that these two can make it back alive.
My only question is, how much of the cider can we drink?
And he looks at you little out of the corner of his eye and says, "As long as we get our 10 casks, I don't care how many you drink."
Okay, so we need 12 casks. Got it.
"I like your style." And he kind of laughs and looks over the crowd. "Is there anybody else? Please, anyone."
Benito will step forward and will say, "I would be honored to assist in these endeavors," and bow.
"Oh, there's no need for formalities, young man. Just bring me the cask and everything will be fine. I promise you. Now, hurry. I can't be bothered with this much longer. We gotta get this underway and going immediately."
Yay, an adventure!
As he says this, he kind of brushes you guys off quickly and runs back into his house. The people beginning to disperse a little bit, heading in different directions. And as they do, off to your southeast, you hear somebody kind of hiding behind a tree, kind of peeks her head around the corner and says, "Psst! You! Come over here!" And he points over to Lilo. Is it Lilo?
Lyle.
Lyle. Okay. To Lyle.
Oh, where was he? Sorry.
To the southeast, right over here. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That'll work.
Okay. I'll kind of walk over. So what's up?
The lady around the corner looks around, says, Where are your friends?"
Oh, they're out and about. What do you want?
"Well, I heard you were accepting the job from the mayor.
Maybe.
Did the mayor tell you everything about this job?"
Oh, I doubt he even knows everything.
"Yes. Well, you see, the cider is all well and good, but that wasn't the only thing that Newton Tell did. Have it on good authority, he was, let's say, a budding alchemist. And I may or may not have sold him a few ingredients that were, let's say, less than legal around these parts. I thought he may just had a rat problem or something, but apparently the man is a bit half-cocked and not at all with it. So, anyway, I know you're a very understanding individual, but some folks around here might not be quite as patient as you are. And if you and your adventuring friends are willing to do so, I have another proposal for you.
Sure, tell me more. Seems interesting to say the least.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, well, let's make it simple. I can pay you 400 gold if you can find the poison that I sold to him and bring it back. It should be in a few blue bottles marked Adder Tongue. If you're able to find it, just don't mix it up with any of your canteens.
Well, of course. Who would want to drink poison?
Yes, indeed. But, with that being said, if you can bring them back to me, a handsome reward of 400 gold will be yours, and yours alone.
And if I can't find this poison?
Well, let's just say I will have to send other individuals to take care of this for me.
Well, if I see the poison, I'll make note of it. And make sure it gets back to the right place.
Yes, very well. Don't want to be late, though. Hurry on.
Okay, and I go back kind of to where we're gathering and kind of relay what just happened. This shady individual telling me about this poison.
Poison?
Poison indeed.
I like poison. But I don't like poison. Where's the poison?
I don't like taking poison, that's for sure.
Did they say why exactly this individual was needing this substance?
She seemed to have misplaced it. Or sold it to him. I'm not quite sure, but if we find it, it means it's not in the cider, which is good. Which means we can drink it. That's all that really matters.
Some of the people here are still gathered around. Some of them talking amongst themselves, knowing that you guys offered to aid and bring the cider and stuff back. Some of them with their own questions, wishing that the mayor would have stopped and answered them. But the two guards that are here on the outskirts of town await patiently as the party begins to make their way over. And as you guys kind of reach where they're at, the guards stop you and immediately call out, the mayor has sent word that anybody willing to travel to the orchard will get... we will definitely be able to supply you with the proper equipment. We'll send you on a wagon, 2 very strong horses. We'll make sure that you're very well taken care of on your journey. And should you need equipment or have any other questions, we would be happy to answer them for you.
Daggers?
Yes. And he kind of points and says, there's a general store here. If you need anything, you just let them know, and let them know that you're going to the orchard for the festival, and they will supply you with anything you need for free.
Which building's the general store?
Yeah, just right here.
I'm in. Already. Nice.
Start right in.
Okay. And the rest of you kind of hanging out here. The guards just waiting at the gate here for you guys to prepare. Just outside of the view here, they've already prepared the horse and wagon. to send you out. That way you could load up the casts and bring them back. But other than that, everything should be good to go for you guys once you're ready.
Okay, so I'm in, at the general store. Are there just daggers on the shelves?
There's just a bunch of random equipment. There's some small weapons. Like you'll have some arrows and a few daggers, maybe a single long sword. You're not going to find a lot of really good equipment. It's just going to be pretty basic equipment here.
Exactly how many standard daggers are there?
There would be 3.
I'll grab them all. And then whoever's there, I'll just be like, Mayor, Orchard, travel daggers. Thanks, bye.
And the storekeeper kind of looks at you a bit odd, but doesn't say anything else as you charge out the door immediately with the daggers in hand.
Well then, aren't you a lively one?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Onwards and upwards.
Fine by me. Let's go.
Just character.
Lyle, is that beard like actually your character? Like,
Yeah.
wait, about how tall are you?
2 foot 10 inches ish. I'm pretty short.
Okay, I'm like 6'8", so I'm gonna basically like double over and just start playing with your beard.
Oh my god. Stop that! And I like take my stick and just smack your hand with it.
So as you guys prepare and I assume take the horse and carriage out of the town, you make your way to the country road which connects you to the village, or to the orchard from the village that you were in. As you enter into the forest here, the autumn has painted the woods in a yellow, brown, and oranges of the fall. The forest canopy bursting with color as the leaves around you casually float to the ground, giving a very satisfying look as you kind of travel over them and the crunch of the leaves underneath your boots. A very refreshing feeling. A high-pitched bit of a gasp grabs your attention. Something suddenly rockets past you. Your heads turn, you see a crossbow bolt has buried itself into the trunk of the tree directly behind where you were at. From up ahead, you see a man wearing leather armor holding a crossbow who steps out into the path directly in front of you from behind the foliage here. Kind of looks at you and chuckles and says, "I ain't had to miss you, you know." And he says as he kind of smiles a little bit and says, "Now, put down your arms and anything of value you have on the ground, or else me and my pals here are going to show you how good of a shot we really are." And as this is going on, you watch as multiple individuals begin to make their way out into the path in front of you. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Well,
Woohoo!
Oh, I didn't add my speed. Forget what it is.
probably
25?
25 plus, I think, 10?
Oh yeah, because monk.
Yeah.
You're one fast short person.
I noticed how these look like actual people and not like tokens. Is that because like this is a Roll20 campaign?
This is something that somebody else made, so they made them look like actual people instead of tokens. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. And with that, the party obviously not willing to part with anything that they have on their persons. Lyle, you are the first to respond.
Well, I can't quite put down my arms. He kind of flexes and
Flex on him.
yeah.
You won't.
I'm just gonna move up to here, kind of crouch by the rock. Although, you know, I probably don't have to crouch very far, so that they don't have to see me, so they can't see me. But that's it.
Okay. And how's it pronounced again?
Yele.
Yele.
Yele. Tanaka.
Yele, you're up.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to first. You're gonna kill me.
You can't bonus action disengage, so I don't care what you do right now.
I can free action dash though. Feline agility. Your reflexes and agility let you move with a burst of speed.
Yeah.
When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. Once you
Mhm.
use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet in one of your turns.
All right.
So I'll free action dash. So
Okay.
45 feet to this guy. So I still have 15 feet left. And I'm going to cantrip booming blade.
Okay. Go ahead and hit him. Oh, yeah, that definitely absolutely hits.
Well, then.
That's a melee spell attack, and then
Mhm.
on a hit, the target suffers. So I'm hitting him with my dagger,
Mhm.
and this does this.
Which one?
So
Which dagger?
I don't think it really mattered.
Well, I mean, he probably has what, 10?
Go ahead and give
I
me
have-
some
I have
damage
4,
on that.
Sorry.
all right, so I can't click on it.
Oh yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, no, because
Your spell thing is broken.
no. So what I have to do, I'm just gonna roll for damage for the dagger because it does dagger damage and not.
Okay.
So it does that, and then
Okay.
if the target moves willingly before my next turn, it will immediately take 1d8 thunder damage.
Alrighty.
Boom goes the dynamite, and then I will end my turn.
All right. So you immediately rush in, not hesitating with your dagger, and land perfectly. And actually, you should carry over your crit damage on that as well. Because
How do you do crit?
you
for
did
it?
crit
Do
on your attack.
you
Oh.
do 2 rolls, or do you
Max.
do max damage?
Max.
So that's
So yeah,
8 damage.
total of
1d-
8 damage right now.
okay, 8 then.
Yep. Alright. Alright, so immediately coming in with the booming blade, you hit this thing with your dagger perfectly. You watch as it stumbles back a little bit, stays on its feet, but is able to shrug off the hit a little bit and is prepared to attack. The bandit to the south, seeing you immediately rush in, is going to shoot at you with the crossbow. Does a 14 hit?
Me.
Yes.
Hold on, I haven't memorized this yet. Yes, it does.
All right. So it immediately the bandit in the back firing off the crossbow, shooting directly in your path, whizzes by the shoulder of the bandit directly in front of you and hits you for 3 piercing damage. And damn, he got loud. Come on, music bot. To your southwest, this individual is immediately going to come up. I need to check their stats before I do anything else. Yeah, so it's going to come up and make 2 attacks with its scimitar at you. Does a 27 or a 7 hit?
The 27, yes. The 7, no.
All right, so the first attack comes around with the scimitar, hits you perfectly, but as he gets ready to bring it back on the backswing, you're able to sidestep a little bit, seeing it come directly back at you a second time, only hitting you for 6 slashing damage on the first attack.
Lay off, jerk!
Benito, you are up.
Alright. First, I would like to use my fighting spirit, which gives me 5 temporary HP.
Okay.
It gives me advantage on any of my attacks to the end of my turn.
All right.
Just so you can read it right there.
Yep.
Now I'm going to move forward as far as I can, 30 feet. And then I'm going to use my action surge to take 2 attacks this turn using my longbow.
Okay.
And I'm first going to attack the same guy that ENA attacked.
The one to the north, okay. Yep. And unfortunately, an 8 does not hit.
I get advantage though for my fighting spirit.
Oh,
so
right,
21.
you are correct. So yes, a 21 definitely hits. Alrighty. And as you do this, you watch as the arrow pierces directly through the chest of the bandit directly in front of Yele and drops to the ground almost immediately.
Alright, and then I'm going to take a shot at the guy in the far back.
Which one? Alrighty. Also at advantage, correct?
Yes, sir.
All attacks, okay. Yes, a 14 will hit. Alright. So immediately launching off your first attack, seeing it hit true, you immediately turn your attention, firing to the one in the back here. It hits directly in the shoulder. It's still standing, it stumbles back a little bit, but is able to brace itself, drops to one knee, and prepares to fire.
Alright, and then that is it for my turn.
Alright. With that, the one in the back is going to take his attack, and being hit by you from the longbow is not very pleased, and is going to fire a crossbow attack, and is going to miss with a 6.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, as it fires off the crossbow, it immediately whizzes right by you. You're able to kind of telegraph him firing off this shot and kind of sidestep it a little bit. Flies right by you and lands somewhere back over in this direction here. Navroth, you are up.
Yes. Crap, I got up right quick. I got to put it in. I'm gonna move forward, though.
Alrighty.
Okay.
If you're trying to
There we
talk
go.
to us,
Okay.
we can't hear you.
No, I was
Oh, okay.
kind of mumbling to myself. There.
Okay.
There we go.
There.
Alright.
And then gonna cast Toll the Dead on this one.
Alrighty. Wisdom save. It does not save. and we'll take 10. No, because it's not been attacked.
it
or it's
hasn't
not
been hurt.
taken damage, yeah, so it'll take 3
Yeah, so
necrotic damage.
3.
Alrighty, so you step in, casting this spell that causes it to hear the sound of ringing in its ears. And as it does, it takes a little bit of damage, but not as much as it could have. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. With that, we have a lot of bandits lined up. The bandit to the southwest here, seeing Lyle in his line of sight, is going to fire off his crossbow in his direction. Does a 13 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Alright. The one to the northeast of him here is going to fire his crossbow off at Benito. Does a 13 hit?
Nope, my AC is 16.
Alright, and the bandit to the north here, watching as Yele, still now in range, is going to fire off a crossbow bolt at her as well. Another 13. Yele.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that 13 hits.
13 hits. All right.
I didn't know if that's for me. I'm so sorry.
Yep. No worries. So from behind this this brick wall on the other side, the bandit sets up, props up its crossbow, fires off a shot that hits true, dealing 2 piercing damage.
Where do you come from?
Lyle, you are seeing your friend Yele taking damage. One of the bandits is down, but several still remain.
Bark, bark. I'm going to kind of run up right up next to this guy, kind of stop up short and sort of look around, and then just smack him in the knees with that.
All right. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Oh, and
Holy
that's
shit.
Not max, that is. That's
It should be a 12 then. Yeah, that should be 12 damage. So you guys watch as Lyle immediately runs up, takes a quarterstaff, and bashes this guy in the knee, and hits him so hard that, unbelievably, he falls to the ground dead.
From a knee hit.
From a hit to the knee.
Sweep the leg.
Hey, at least it's not an arrow.
That's impressive. You dangled him so hard in the knee that he fell and cracked his head on a rock on the ground or something.
He just kind of stares around, confused, and that's it.
All right, and with that, Yele, watching as Lyle drops one of these bandits immediately after running up, you see that you still have an individual directly in front of you and several off to the back.
Nice one. I will cast. All right. So, am I within range of an opportunity attack of this guy? Right in front of me, if I move.
If you move away from him for him to get an opportunity attack?
Like, okay, if I move, okay, never mind. Then I will cast Booming Blade once again, and strike this guy.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out what you were trying to ask there, because you would not get an opportunity attack on him.
No, I'm saying, would he get an opportunity attack on me if I would?
If you moved, yes, absolutely.
Okay. 21.
Oh, there it goes. Yes, 21 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing as before. Just ignore. Oh well, he's 21
Hey,
again.
it's the same thing. All right, 4 piercing damage.
And then he takes 1d8 if he moves.
Alrighty. Anything else?
That's all. You too.
All right. So not seeing anybody within melee or striking range, you quickly turn to the one southwest who looks a little more prepared than the others for combat, and you quickly hit them with the booming blade, dealing a good amount of damage, but this thing doesn't look very much fazed by it. The one in the back watching as you are now firing or attacking what appears to be a leader of some sort for their group is going to fire off his crossbow, but a 6 is definitely going to miss you.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, so the crossbow bolt fires. It shoots between you and the individual to the southwest here. Kind of goes past Benito here as well as it flies off into the distance, doing no damage. However, the captain directly in front of you, or the leader or whatever he is, immediately looks at you and kind of grins and says, "Are you ready?" And then attacks twice with his scimitar. The first one is a 24, but the second one is a crit fail.
The 24 hits.
All right, and I'm going to pull up my chart for crit fails.
Gotta love that D100.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
59.
I think someday I used to work that one. Like a lot.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. So he brings the scimitar around, connecting perfectly on the first attack. Gets a little overconfident, and as he brings the second swipe around, you're able to actually bat at the blade of the scimitar, and you knock it completely out of his hand. Falls to the ground directly in front of him. The first attack does deal 6 slashing damage, but he does not have a weapon in his hand anymore.
I'm out. Death saving throws time. Not used to being a wizard.
Benito, you're up.
Nope.
Squishy.
Squishy, squishy.
Seeing this go down, Benito's going to make his way between the seeming leader and this fellow that's just kind of to the northeast or northwest of them.
Alrighty.
And is going to engage the leader with his katana,
All
which
right.
is just basically longsword, just for flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, 15 hits. Alrighty. We flew longsword. Alright.
Anyhow,
Alright. Anything else?
unfortunately, no, that's all his for his turn. So
Alright, so Benito, seeing Yele drop to the ground, immediately charges in, attempting to gather the attention of the other two. And as he rushes by, immediately grabs at the katana and swipes towards the leader of this group here, dealing 5 slashing damage. And it took the hit, but is still standing. But it does have it now has you as its attention point, and will be attacking you on its next turn. The bandit to the southwest, seeing all this going on, notices Lyle, who had just killed his one of his comrades by swiping at it at the knee, is going to turn at it and is going to fire the crossbow at it now. But a 5 is not going to hit.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I'll on it.
Lyle is now an it.
I see.
So firing off the crossbow, and immediately feeling that his aim was a bit off. Perhaps he's a little intimidated watching his friend die from a hit to the knee. Shoots wide or over the head of Lyle, dealing no damage to him. Navroth, you're up.
Ah, yes. As I walk forward, right over here, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Ah, thank you.
And then pull out my mace and
you'll have
give a
to
good swipe.
You'll have to stand next to him to do Spare the Dying.
Not as a Grave Domain cleric.
Oh, right. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Also a bonus action.
Yep, you're absolutely
So, do
right.
I get 1 hit point?
No,
No, you just don't have to do death saves right now.
I'm still unconscious, though, right?
You're still unconscious.
Okay, cool.
you just can't actually die right yet.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay, and yeah, go ahead and give me your attack. Yeah, 20 hits. All right. So immediately charging in behind Benito, attempting to ensure that Yele doesn't drop quite so soon, casting Spare the Dying on her, and then pulling out the mace and bashing this leader across the back, dealing a good amount of damage. Still raring to go, though.
That's it.
All right. To the southeast or southwest here. Again, like his friend, is going to fire at Lyle. Ooh, does a 21 hit.
I didn't even see you there, but yeah, it does. But I also have the thing. What is it?
Have the thing.
The monk thing.
Yeah,
like
deflect
missile.
missiles. Yep.
One that's
D10.
so fun.
D10 plus your dex and your monk level. So yeah, as the crossbow bolt, you don't even have to roll the rest of it. As a crossbow bolt flies across and heads in your direction, you're able to sidestep and use your staff to bat it out of the way.
No,
Yes,
I
you
can't.
can throw it back. Oh, you can. Yes.
So yeah, I will throw it back.
Okay. And
I don't know how to do that though. I'm reading it.
Proficiency.
yeah,
You add your proficiency.
you add your proficiency to a d20.
It's basically like making your monk attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so just
Do an unarmed or something like that. That'd be fine. Or d20 plus 2. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Wow. Okay.
It's not. It's not the +4. Ignore that.
No.
That's
Yeah.
because of the.
Yep. Because of the other crit. Yep. All right. Anything else?
No, that was my reaction. So.
Okay. So as you,
Right.
yeah, that would be your yeah, that's your reaction to that attack. So as the crossbow bolt comes to you, you take your staff batted in the air, catch it, and immediately fling it back at it. Catches it in the left arm, kind of pulls his arm back, and isn't able to grasp onto the crossbow quite as well as he did before, but does a considerable amount of damage to him in the process.
Which one? That was that. Just out of curiosity.
That was the one way down here.
I don't even see that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I scrolled down far enough.
I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
The one to the northwest of Benito is going to fire his crossbow at him. 9 to hit.
Nope. It's
All
not
right.
hit.
All right, so firing off the crossbow,
Push.
trying to get a good position on the ledge here without being in direct line of sight of Benito, isn't able to line up a good shot, and it flies wide. Lyle, you're up.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking 3 different things at the same time. I'm gonna. How far? 25? I'm gonna run right up next to this guy and say, like, "You saw what I did to your friend, right?" And smack him in the knee.
Yeah, 13 hits. And just like his friend, you come in with this quarterstaff, you smack him in the knee, and immediately just drops and falls over, just, and again, inexplicably dying from an attack to the knee.
Then I'm going to turn around, use another, and I'll do a flurry of blows on the guy behind me.
Okay.
Two of these?
Yep, 13 hits.
Just the 13?
12 hits too, yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, yep. Okay, and turning around immediately, unleashing just several unarmed strikes at this guy, you're able to pummel him into nothingness, and he falls to the ground dead. A little 2-foot tall individual is showing all of you up, just so you know.
Double kill.
And then just
Double
kinda,
kill.
So triple at that.
just
point.
kind of
Mhm.
stumbles around. You know.
All right, Yele, you are still down. You cannot perform any actions. The bandit to the northwest here, turning towards Lyle, and is going to fire off the crossbow. A 14. Lyle, 14.
Sorry, no, 14 misses.
All right, so he fires off the crossbow. Goes a little bit wide. Again, watching his friends die so quickly to this little 2-foot tall individual is a little scary for him. The leader here is going to step back and is going to pick up his scimitar, but as he does so, Benito, you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he moved willingly, and does that technically me being dead count as my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
I also just like to point out I have the Sentinel feat, so
Yep. You should definitely be using that.
well, unfortunately, none
Yeah.
hasn't attacked anyone else.
Yeah.
What does that do?
It allows him to attack. Yeah.
Almost 3 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20 hits.
On top of it becomes 0, so he doesn't actually move away.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, watching as he steps out of your range, you quickly swipe at him, slowing him to a complete standstill as he turns around, unable to strike at you, is now going to strike at Navroth with the scimitar. Does a 7 or a 22 hit?
He wouldn't have actually been able to.
Yeah,
He has to move. He has to move out of the square for him to get an opportunity attack. So yes, he would have moved.
Oh, he can't move any further after that.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's
Correct. His movement is 0.
The 22 hit.
All right. So the first swipe coming across, you're able to sidestep very easily, but as you sidestep, you move right into his direction. He brings the scimitar back around for the second swipe, hitting you for 6 slashing damage. Benito, watching as the leader has stepped away from you a little bit and is now attacking somebody else. It is now your turn.
I'm going to help finish cleaning up the rest of these guys. Assume that Navroth can handle themselves for a moment and step between
Okay.
these two guys and then continue swinging on the guy to the north of me.
Alrighty. Yeah, 16 hits. Alright, anything else?
Oh, that'll be it for my turn.
Alright, so jumping in between these two bandits here, you quickly give a backhanded swipe at the one to the northeast, dealing considerable amount of damage. It is still standing, but has been hurt quite badly. Navroth, you are up.
Mace to the face.
Mace to the face.
Best cure for acne.
7, unfortunately,
Only if
is
it
not
hits.
going to hit. Yeah.
Only if it hits.
So yeah, you go to bring the mace down across the head of this leader here, who sidesteps, chuckling a bit as your attempt to hit it goes a little wide.
That's it.
All right. The bandit to the northeast, who Benito has just attacked, is now going to reach for his scimitar and is going to swipe at him. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
All right, so attempting to slash at him the way that he was just slashed at, reaches for the scimitar, reaching forward, misses just a bit, dealing no damage. Lyle, 2 to the northwest of you and the leader to your east.
So Lyle kind of is facing the guy to his west, but he just sort of stumbles backwards and then whips around and attacks this.
Alrighty.
person.
Yeah, 23 hits. All right. Anything else?
I'll do another flurry of blows.
All right. So invest into the key point and then give him a hit. The 9 does not hit, but the 18 does.
Click that. Click that. Oh, so 5.
All right. Anything
Then
else?
Still sort of stumbling. Just kind of moves around.
All right. So coming in with the tried and true quarterstaff attack, hitting this leader in the knee. You see as its knee kind of falls forward a little bit. It's able to maintain its balance, but as it does, you try to let off a couple of quick strikes. The first one going a little bit wide, it's able to move forward and kind of glances off its back, but you catch it perfectly with the right as you strike it a second time, dealing a good amount of damage to this thing. Yale's still down. This guard here, seeing Lyle kind of taking care of everything here, is now going to load up the crossbow and fire, and is going to go wide with a 6.
As per Sentinel, I'll also use my reaction. I'm going to take attack at him because he attacked someone, not me.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So as the crossbow bolt leaves from the crossbow and flies in Lyle's direction, going a little over his head, Benito quickly responds with a quick strike with the katana, dealing a considerable amount of damage to it. It is still standing, however. The leader to the north, quickly wanting to continue the flurry of attacks, is going to turn towards Nav once again and attack. Does an 8 or a 21 hit?
What are with these two
Right?
widely
very,
different
very different ones.
numbers?
Yep.
21 hits.
Yep. So the first attack, again missing, but catching you on the backhand as he swipes through, and as it comes back through, dealing 7 slashing damage as it hits you across your left arm, dealing a good chunk of damage to you. Benito, you are up and surrounded.
Indeed. I'm going to finish taking care of the guy just to my northeast.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, your katana strike, mostly because you were focused on the one to the southwest, as you turn around and try to strike at the one to the northeast, goes a little bit wide. The bandit's able to kind of step back a little bit, and it just flies directly in front of him, doing nothing to him. Navrath, you're up.
Yes. I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Ahem.
Never mind your dead teammate.
Oh, he's
Not
just touching
dead.
himself and feeling
I'm
Dead.
just bleeding out on the floor, meowing.
You're not bleeding out. You're stable.
You're
welcome.
stable. You're stable. What are you crying about?
Just having a cat nap is all.
Hey.
That's it. Or
I don't have
actually,
that spell
yeah.
prepared. Oh my god, I should have prepared that spell.
Probably actually give myself spell slots remaining. Okay, that's it.
Lyle, what's your max HP?
21.
Okay. It wasn't showing your health bar.
That's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
So yeah, the bandit to the north going to fire off the crossbow in Benito's direction, and crit fails again.
Again.
Oh shit.
42.
Juicy table.
Let me tell you.
I'm liking these different numbers.
That is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
It is. And the answer in this situation means that he will now have disadvantage on his next attack roll as he fires the shot and unable to land a good clean hit. Benito's still standing between several of his teammates, not taking any damage. It's a bit intimidating to him, and he will now have disadvantage going forward. Lau, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Still sort of stumbling around, makes his way back up to our big friend here, and goes for the other knee this time.
Okay. 15 hits.
Smacks are a good one.
Now, remind me, do you have a free disengage that you can use?
That's only with the flurry of blows.
Only with Florian. Gotcha. Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. So as you kind of dive back in and
Bonus action. Monks can make a single unarmed
Mhm.
attack as
Really?
a bonus action.
Yep.
Really? I didn't
Flurry
realize
of
that.
blows just
Flurry
gives
of
you a
blows is
second.
I
two.
didn't.
yes.
Where does? Okay, well, yeah, I'll just do that.
Mhm.
That unarmed attack. Now.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that. That's insane.
Yep. You get a unarmed and you get a regular strike, and then if you use
What's
flurry
the
of blows, it gives you the second one.
Huh?
I mean,
Okay.
technically, everyone can make an offhand attack as a bonus action. It's just most of the time it's rather
Interesting.
useless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Unfortunately, your second strike does not hit, but your first one does land true, and you kind of hit it in the leader in the back of his left knee instead of the right knee this time. It's looking a little agitated. Kind of turns its attention in your direction now. Yele, you're still down.
I'll cough up a hairball.
The bandit
Like
to
that.
the southwest is going to continue now attacking towards Benito, who is directly beside him. A 5 is going to miss, though.
Indeed.
The leader here is going to attack twice with the scimitar. 7 and a 13.
Me, right?
Lyle, yes.
Yeah, no, neither hit.
All right, so able to quickly sidestep out of the way, taking no damage from any of the attacks as the leader attempts to hit you with the scimitar twice. Benito, you're up.
Alright, and since the one guy is now bold enough to attack me, that's just to my south there. I'm gonna continue attacking him. In
Okay.
return.
The one to the southwest?
Yep.
Yeah, that hits. Oh, yeah. So you
Wow.
immediately, a little frustrated, you take the katana and you swipe straight down. You're actually able to chop off its entire right arm, and you watch as it grasps for the right arm with its left hand and falls over from blood loss, dead.
And as I turn around, back to the other guy behind me, I'm just going to say, you and your friends made a certain folly, friend.
Navroth, you were up.
Mace to the face again. See if it works this time. 16?
Yeah, 16 hits.
Yeah, +5 to mace. Jeez.
The strength of 3 plus 3.
Mm-hmm. Anything
4
else?
damage. Another minute? No.
All right. So, bringing the mace across the head of this thing, kind of reaches up, its ears ringing. Blood kind of starts to pour from its left ear a little bit. It's still standing, but it's taken quite a considerable beating here. With that, the bandit to the northeast is again going to attack with his scimitar, and is actually going to hit this time with a 23 nat 20.
Even with disadvantage?
At you?
Yeah.
Why would it have disadvantage at you?
Because he was the last time he rolled the nat 1, if I remember.
Oh, so with disadvantage, then it is a 19.
Still hits.
Hey, it's not a nat 20,
finally
though.
hit. It's not a nat 20, so it doesn't have that extra damage.
Nice.
So that's a good thing. Taking the scimitar and swiping down, it feels like it's going to strike true and perfect right where he wants it, but it's a little bit off. And as it lands, it deals 5 slashing damage. Lyle, you're up.
Still kind of, sort of swaying a little bit. Doing another attack with the quarterstaff.
This time, unfortunately, the quarterstaff attack is not going to land.
Okay. And then just straight up punch to the groin.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
If you kill with this,
Please.
It does not kill it.
Oh, dang it.
But you come around with the quarterstaff, and as you swipe it, kind of jumps over your attack, and you kind of chuckle it, and oh yeah, and uppercut right to the groin. And this kind of just lands right on top of it and kind of curls over a little bit, taking the brunt of the attack, but it is still standing. Yeah. With that, though, not liking the attack to the groin, is going to take 2 scimitar swipes at you, Lyle. A 12 and a 14.
Just kind of laughing while sidesteps and sort of stumbling around, just giggling to himself. Neither hit.
Neither one hit. Benito, you're up.
Uh-oh. So we repay this unfortunate fellow in kind and take my katana attack.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Olin D100.
Oh, it didn't show up yet for me.
Oh, I got nat 1.
Oh, yeah, D100 if it failed. Yep. Hey, there it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
78.
I've noticed some lag with Roll20 today. Weird.
So with that, as you kind of swipe through, the enemy notices a bit of a vulnerability as you swipe through and is going to take an attack of opportunity at you. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
All right, so sidestepping a little bit, trying to attack with the scimitar, but the attack goes a little bit wide. Thankfully, as your first attack does not hit. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for my turn.
All right. Navroth, you're up.
come on, kill this guy.
Kill him. Yeah.
Hey, more than minimum damage.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So again, seeing that this guy is a little battered and bruised, you take the mace this time, attempting to kill it from behind, and you hit it across the head, and it stumbles forward, grabbing at the back of its head, looking very, very, very beaten and bruised, but unfortunately is still standing.
Jesus, is this guy God or something?
The guy
Mini-boss.
to the north here is going to attack with the scimitar again. Does a 16 hit, Benito?
Just hits.
Just hits. So bringing the scimitar, after attacking the first time and missing, brings it back a second time, hitting you for 2 slashing damage. Lyle, you are up.
Still sort of dancing around, stumbling, but a quite firm strike.
Oh yeah.
Smacks him right across.
Where are you hitting him?
Gonna kind of hit him in the hip. It's just a high hit for me.
Okay, then go ahead and tell me how you just killed this guy.
Oh, finally!
So his knees are already weakened. He's struggling to stand, and just one quick swipe to the side just sort of sends him tumbling on top of Yele, and just
You're unconscious.
You're
I'm
unconscious.
sleeping. It's a dream.
say, oh, sorry about that, and pull the dead body off.
Yele's still unconscious though, and the leader is down. Benito, you're up.
Forgot about that guy.
Well, taking this, hoping to finally finish this off, seeing my fellow successful, I'm going to take another katana attack.
Yeah, that hits. And a little frustrated by all of this, you bring the katana around and swipe down. And as you do, you readjust and you make a J shape with the katana, and you cut the head of this bandit off, and it drops to the ground immediately. And all of you but one survived that.
Hey, all of us did. One in rather rough condition.
Yeah.
Can I wake up now?
In about 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really? There's a time
Yes.
limit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what'll happen is we'll give you a 1 hour short rest. That way you can allow Yele to come back and get a bit of strength back as you continue your approach towards the orchard. And
So
we'll
I can. Alright,
you can roll hit die to regain health.
up to half.
Yes.
Up to half.
On a short rest, you can only roll half your hit die. Yes. No, that's
No, that's how many
that's
you
action
regain
surge.
at a long.
Yeah, that's how many you regain at a long rest.
Oh, I can
You're-
use all of them then.
You can use as
You
many as you
can.
want on a short rest, yes. Action surge
I'll
are
just kinda-
your healing surge is the one that only allows you to use up to half your hit die for healing at any time. But we're not doing that here.
Kyle just kind of sees carnage and just meditates.
Yeah, it doesn't really specify in the text I've noticed, but like I'm assuming that the fighting spirit type HP only lasts as long as like the effect of the attack advantage, which is like 1 round.
Correct.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Like everything.
You got
Absolutely.
it, guys?
Absolutely every what you missed.
Great. Okay. So
I would recommend you not going in quite so fast next time.
Yeah, so that's probably better. Who's this guy? So can I investigation check this red guy? See if there's anything.
The red guy?
Yeah,
All of them? Yeah. You do a bit of searching, and
Body.
as you pick through the bodies of these guys, you find 6 gold pieces and 15 electrum pieces.
Holy shit!
Really?
Yes, really.
Did you do that?
No, that was the game that did that.
I hate people that use Electrum. They're dead to me.
I will pocket the gold and toss
Sure
the
about
electric.
that?
Well, no, I found it on the red guy, right?
You found it on all the bodies.
Oh, never mind. Then I can't just pocket it all. Let's divvy up the gold. Everyone gets 2. No. You all get 1. I get 3. How's that?
You're funny, little cat.
It's funny that the one that does the least gets the most.
Yeah. Quite coincidental about that. The one that we had to save is the one that gets all the money.
Well, if it means anything, I don't really care about money. Kind of looks down like I don't really need much.
But what do you buy your alcohol with?
His fists?
Generally, yeah.
Great. So that's 4 for me and 1 for both of you.
Hey, I didn't say that.
Fine. 2 for me, 2 for the guy that doesn't want it, and 1 for the other 2. Fair? Fair.
Whatever.
So, as all of this happens and you discuss what you're going to do with your newfound loot, you begin making your way, continuing southwest. The path itself eases a bit and eventually yields into a clearing. Ahead, you see an orchard just beyond a wooden bridge, which crosses a small stream that seems to cut through the forest itself. You can immediately tell something is wrong. A pail hangs over this place, or a pall hangs over this place, like a dark curtain covering a painting. A wind picks up to make the trees sway. A pair of crows fly overhead, landing on the orchard's rickety fence. As you begin to approach from the clearing, let's see, I want to make sure I'm reading the right things here. As you begin to approach, the dismal orchard has been festooned with the trappings of the harvest festival, similar to what you had seen before. Similar corn husk banners and pumpkins with little faces carved into them that line the outer fence here. Somehow only add to the orchard's dreariness instead of bringing any mirth. Hung along the fence and propped up along the sides of the bridge are straw men. Nothing more than clothing stuffed in around straw, with faint faces painted onto burlap sacks.
Can I run up to the straw man and like swat at the straw?
Sure. Which one are you going up to?
Whichever one's closest.
The straw men are these little things here at the corner. They're
Nice.
gray
The one
or
on the
silver-looking things.
I'll just
Okay.
swat at it a bit.
And as you do, the hay begins to fall from the opening that you just cut into it with the dagger. Nothing.
No, just with my paw. My paw.
Oh, with your paw. kind of
like
dig.
a cat playing with.
Yep. So as
ball
you
gown.
kind of hit it, it kind of knocks some of the straw out from the clothing of it. Kind of falls to the ground right below your feet.
I'll pick up one of the pieces of straw and chew on it.
Okay.
While the cat person's doing that, I don't notice anyone, like, there's no activity or anything. Like any living people or creatures in the vicinity.
Off to your southwest, you do see something. It's kind of stumbling and falling around. But from where you're at, you do not get a good look at what it is.
So, this is a gate here, right? I'm assuming. It's
Yes,
closed.
correct.
Is it closed?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of walk around the cat, munching on things and bang on it with my stick. Like, hello, anybody there?
And as you do so, two of you now move into a very precarious situation as these straw men suddenly come alive.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
Well, hi there.
And
Hey!
each of them attacking you as you go by. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh, this is unexpected.
I didn't select my token.
No.
Good job.
I hate
Good job.
Oh my god.
Hey,
That happened
Hold it.
what, last week or something?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
selected my
The
token.
exact same thing.
Damn it! It says I did. Okay, once.
Nat 20 initiative.
Oof.
Ooh.
Two of them.
Shit! I really want to use that, but my first roll was a 12.
Yeah, your first roll was.
If only one of them counted.
All right. So, caught a little bit off guard, but seeing all of this kind of craziness of this place, Benito, you are the first to realize that the straw men have come to life.
As such, as Benito reacts and takes a swing at the one nearest to him, he yells out, "Run to attack!" And swings with his katana.
Okay. Oh yeah, that hits. All right. Anything else?
No, not for right now. That'll be it for my turn.
Alrighty. And with that, as you swipe at him, he immediately shouts out, and I need all four of you to give me a wisdom save, please.
My ears.
So far, so good. All right. So each of you, as this creature kind of shouts, each of you are able to resist this, basically this fear that is being cast upon you from this beast. And as he does so, you're able to quickly turn and face towards him and resist his spell and continue your attack. And you are now saved from being able to be frightened for the next 24 hours.
Hey.
Hey.
You call that a roar?
Navroth, you were up.
I would like to pull out my mace and hit the one right in front of me.
Mace to the face. Yeah, that hits.
Face mace.
Alright, anything else?
That's it.
Alright, start beating at this thing with the mace, and you watch as chunks of the hay start to fall from it, but it is still standing. The straw man directly in front of you is going to turn, and since you just hit it, is going to try to attack you. Reaches out with a 10 to hit. Navroth.
What was it? A 10?
Yeah, 10.
Yes.
All right. So as he reaches out to try to attack you, it does not hit, and fortunately does absolutely nothing else to you as well, because you are not frightened by any of these creatures. Yele, you're up.
Hey, you! And on this guy right in front of me, I will cast Lightning Lure.
Alrighty.
So it must make a strength saving throw.
Save. What is it against? A 12? It saves.
Yes. Then it suffers no damage, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just gonna check.
Yeah, it looks like it takes no damage from that. And it's pulled, so yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you attempt to lure this thing in close, even though it's already close to you, trying to do a little bit of damage to it, doing absolutely nothing, however, in the process.
Lightning doesn't go through straw!
With that, the straw man to now the north is going to attempt to attack Lyle with a 12. Does 12 hit?
Nope.
All right, so similar to Navroth, whenever he was being attacked, this one reaches out and tries to swipe and hit you, dealing no damage to you. But it is your turn.
I'm going to attack the one that just swung at me.
Okay.
With what?
Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
And then, that. And, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that hits too.
Oh, does it?
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So quickly hitting it with the quarterstaff and then backing it up with an unarmed strike does considerable amount of damage to this. This thing's kind of wobbly. Most of the straw has kind of fallen from it. It's not looking very good. Benito, you have one directly north of you, which is looking a little beat up as well.
Would I be able to like also move on the bridge in between all three of them?
You can move like right there, and I'll say you're on the corner of the bridge or the center of the bridge.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And as I run past, I'm going to take an attack at the same one that I attacked before, which is...
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Alright, so you watch as the sword cuts through the cloth of this straw man, and it falls to the ground, crumbling, nothing left of it. The other two are still going, the one to the north looking a little bit better than the one to the northwest.
I'll use my action. No, actually, I'm gonna save it for now. So that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, Navroth, you're up.
Yes, I'd like to keep hitting the one right now.
All right.
Or try.
No. Yeah, so unfortunately, as you swipe at this thing, its erratic movements are a little too erratic for you to be able to judge, and as you bring the mace down, it goes a little bit wide, hitting the side of the actual bridge itself instead of hitting the straw man. And with that, the straw man watching as you do this is going to turn to you again and attempt to attack with a 10.
Yes.
Misses. So as it reaches out and attempts to attack you, you're able to sidestep, kind of able to predict its movements now, because you have already seen this tactic before, and as you kind of sidestep, it kind of stumbles forward, expecting to hit you, but does absolutely nothing instead.
But I'll use my reaction to use my sentinel feet and to attack it.
Yup. go ahead and give me some damage. Yeah. So just like the other one, as you bring the sword down, you watch as this thing crumbles into nothingness, falling apart directly on top of the bridge here. The straw man to the northwest of Benito is going to attack him, however. 5 to hit, which is not going to hit. So kind of stumbling forward, trying to attack, almost like a last minute or a last second action here.
Wait,
but is unable to
my
hit.
turn?
No.
I didn't go.
Did it skip your turn?
I think it's, yeah, you skipped,
It skipped your turn. Yeah, it skipped your turn. Okay. Give me your attack then.
Okay. First, I want to spit out the straw I had in my mouth because that's disgusting and animated now.
Yes.
And then lightning. Try and lightning lure again. This guy right in front of me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That. Oh wait, I gotta save.
Strength
it,
save.
Yeah.
And come on, 1.
It does not. It saves, but yeah. So does nothing.
Nothing
to
happens.
It.
Really not conductive.
Lyle, you're up.
Kind of look at the cat like, no, you gotta use fists and sticks and stuff.
That hits. Yep. So as you hit this, you knock the head of this thing, kind of run up and jump on top of the side of the bridge and knock the head of this thing off of it, and it tumbles down into the little stream directly below, and kind of the air, it kind of disperses over the stream. And you watch as it's going through, you notice that from the other side, Benito, as this hay that would have spread across the entire surface of the stream itself begins to come through the other side. You notice it's only coming through on part of it. The other part is not making its way through.
So it's just not like all. It's just not falling through the bridge. Or...
So if it would have covered the entire surface area of the stream to the north of the bridge, it's only covering, or it's only coming out of half of that on the other side as it passes underneath.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something underneath that's blocking it then. I don't think we're done here, my friends. And I would, if it's my turn, I would like to walk around and take a peek underneath the bridge, if possible.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
My best.
Fortunately for you, the DC is an 8. So as you're looking around underneath of this bridge, you notice on this side of the bridge over here, kind of tucked away into the dirt a little bit, you find a pair of human corpses.
What you got there?
We have some dead bodies.
This is the worst kind.
Well,
Are there were there anything it was just the strawmen were just purely made of straw and nothing else. There wasn't any zombies tucked away in them or anything like that.
No, those were just animated straw men.
So weird. Benito uses a lot as I more expect the bodies underneath this bridge to come to life before strawmen. That's some strangeness going on for sure.
Are we still in combat?
No, you're out of combat.
Okay, good.
I'd like to go down there and investigate.
Okay. And both of you, as you kind of make your way down here, and you notice these two bodies underneath the bridge. The stream itself is about 10 feet at the widest, about 6 feet deep at its deepest point in the center. And
That's deep.
as you kind of step your foot down into the stream, you notice it is bitterly cold. But the bodies at the top, kind of tucked underneath of the bridge up in that area, they're outfitted with leather armor, each of them appearing to be killed by claws of some sort of animal.
I ain't do it.
Benito shakes his head. What sort of creature would kill something and then tuck it underneath? What's a bridge like that?
You can give me a second investigation check if you want.
Sure, why not? Nope.
Their bodies.
They died of old age, according to your perception check or your investigation check.
Benito's just like, oh, they're dead bodies.
They're
That's
just
all I
dead.
can believe.
I'd like to walk up to the front gate.
Okay, and as you start to make your way towards the gate, I'm looking for the right tag here. Hold on.
Before we go inside,
Mm-hmm.
can I just go to each of the 4 remaining strawmen, and just toss them into the river?
Okay.
But myself staying far away from the river because I don't want to get wet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you kind of throw them in, the hay kind of fills the river, and you can kind of watch it be carried down the stream pretty quickly. Yeah, that's about all that happens.
No.
Staring deadly at the hay in the river.
Was that really necessary? Only some of them attacked us.
How do we know all of them won't attack us?
We don't, but you know.
I feel like more
They're all attacked ones.
Strawman are the least of our worries, and Benito's going to step just inside the gate and and see if he still sees the same person or whatever that he saw before.
Yeah, so as you kind of make your way through the gate here, you see off to your southeast a few crows begin to caw, and the echo begins to carry through this very crisp air, and you're met with the sight of what looks to be an undead being to your southwest.
I would like to use Eyes of the Grave then.
It's just kind of stumbling around. It can't make its way through the gate. Kind of runs into it and then falls back. Not quite strong enough to make it through.
So Eyes of the Grave is I know the location of every undead creature within 60 feet, as long as it's not hidden by magic or has total cover.
Okay.
I know there's one right in front of me.
Yep. And 60 feet from your location? Nope.
It's a good distance.
That's
Nothing.
it.
Okay.
It's the only one you see. And like I said, you see it's kind of stumbling around. It's bouncing back and forth on this fence trying to get through. Not quite strong enough to push through.
The only one I can sense.
But it's obviously undead, like, there's no...
Zombie?
Yes, it
Is there zombie?
Yes.
Ooh.
Please don't go try and eat it.
I run right there and look at it.
And this thing, seeing you, kind of reaches out can't reach you, obviously, bouncing off of this gate that it's funny watching it as it's pushing forward. The gate's pushing a little bit and giving, and it could easily sidestep and go around, but it's not intelligent enough to do so. So as it pushes forward, it swings back and pushes it back. And then once it gets its bearings and it starts pushing forward, the gate's still swinging in the air, hits it again, and kind of knocks it back again.
I'm gonna just, like, taunt it with my tail a little bit. Just like dangle it in front of its face.
Okay. And it continues to reach forward, unable to get past the gate at the moment.
I'm gonna put it out of its misery with longbow shots.
Alrighty. Yeah, that hits. Why can't I target him now? Oh, because I'm not using the right tool. Okay. Anything else?
I'll keep taking shots until it drops.
I will cast Sacred Flame on it.
So as you guys do this, and the both of you starting to come together to take this thing out, you watch as it immediately and very quickly drops to the ground, unmoving.
Oh man, I was having fun.
Fun with the undead, unwise proposition.
Fun dead.
To the southeast of where you're at, the trees are all lined up very meticulously in very well-kept rows. Different oranges and red apples and things hanging from the branches waiting to be picked. There's a stuffed strawman propped up against a couple of the trees, and many have wooden pails placed at their bases. Another gale of wind causes the trees to begin to dance once again. A few of the crows land nearby to peck at some of the fallen apples that are on the ground.
I'd like to go get an apple and one of the pails. Do the pails have apples in them?
Yeah. All of the pails have a few apples within them. Off to the southeast, you see that there's a big barrel that is, or a wheelbarrow that's been knocked over and is kind of spilled over in this direction, because you see tons of little red apples everywhere over there.
Oh yeah, floor apples are dirty. So I'll pick a couple apples from the tree and just...
Lyle reaches into the bucket and tries to find a good one.
Yeah, there are plenty of ripe apples ready to be eaten.
Oh yeah, you can't reach the tree.
You can't reach the tree, though.
Benito's gonna walk up to the building immediately to the south. Is there any windows in it?
No, all of these do not have windows in them. They're very closed off and private houses.
No window.
Benito will motion for the cleric to come with him as he walks around to the front to find a door or something.
Okay. Let's see. Several buildings stand beside the main part of the mill. The one that you're standing closest to is amongst one of the largest outer buildings. From the outside, or from beyond a set of wooden double doors to the south, you hear the sound of furious neighing and stomping from within.
Well, at least something alive in here. And he's going to kind of carefully open the door and look inside and make sure there's nothing else, no other unwelcome surprises waiting for us.
Okay.
Apart from angry horses.
And as you look inside, let me make sure that this is right here. Yeah, there we go. You kind of peek inside, and you see the horse waiting inside with a carriage. As you walk inside the very dark shed, very ripe with the smell of horse, chestnut-colored stallion whinnies and kicks at the stall in front of you. Something seems to have spooked him, and judging by the damage that he's done to the stall, he's been in this condition for quite some time. Next to the horse's stall is a small wagon stationed against the wall itself, and beside that are several handfuls of wooden barrels, bays of hail, and discarded and rotten apple cores.
How dark is it in that room?
It's pretty dark.
Okay. I will cast light on my shield.
Okay.
That works. And when he does that, I'm assuming we'll both enter together.
Sure. Works for me.
Okay. And again, and I'll give you some light here so you can see the remainder of the room, but there's really not much else to be seen.
Except for the zombie in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
I'm still outside. What I'm doing is I'm just going to each tree, picking an apple, taking a bite, and then discarding the apple.
Oh, what did I just do?
Sampling an apple from each tree.
Did the wrong building there.
I did. I
Loud
hit you
peeks
instead
around
of... There.
peeks around the corner.
Step forward for me so I can click on you.
You don't actually have to roll initiative. That was the joke.
Oh, there it goes. I got you.
I'm not the DM.
There you go.
I don't get a say roll initiative.
So, wait, what are we rolling initiative for?
The zombie that was potentially around the corner.
I thought, okay.
That's hiding behind everything? Yeah.
Yes.
So just the barrels are full of apple cores?
There's some apple cores. Most of them are empty. There's a couple barrels that have hay in them, as if they were kind of stuffing it and bringing it over for the horse to eat. But beyond that, that's about all you see in there.
I'll take, I guess, try to walk up to the horse and comfort it.
Okay. The horse, named Jasper, is written above the stall itself, marked into the wood. Is very frightened of the party and extremely reckless. He begins to kick at the stall and neighs angrily every time that somebody gets closer and closer to him.
I'll approach it very, very cautiously with my hands raised and just trying to soothingly talk to it. But it's all right. Calm down.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check. Navroth, as you're going towards the west and you head over towards the barrels, the wagon, the 9 barrels that have been placed along the outside of the wall, 6 of them are empty, but as you continue to search through them, they start to have, a couple of them start to reveal a faint but very sweet odor. The barrels are filled with cider that Newton Tell was supposed to send to the village. And they've been set to ferment for about a week now. Animal handling check. It's angry. Very angry.
I look to them, cleric. I'm like, this is outside of my realm of expertise.
I would like to grab some hay.
Okay. And you grab some from one of the other barrels that are over there. And make your way over. Okay.
Slowly walk over the horse and hold some out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check, please.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so he, as you kind of feed him, he begins to settle down a little bit and calms and kind of pushes, looking as if he's hungry and satisfied, not fearful of you guys anymore.
There, Jasper.
I'm bored.
I'm still staying far outside of this horse barn.
I'm done with the apples. I'm gonna go see what all the fuss is about.
Okay.
I walk back over.
Oh, hello,
And,
kitty.
how big are these cider barrels?
They are. They look like they would be the proper size to fill with the cider that the village is looking to have for their little shindig they have coming up.
Oh, I forgot that's why we were here.
Okay, how many could I carry at a time?
Well, you have a wagon directly behind you, and you have a wagon outside of the village as well, or
I was
the
just about to
orchard
ask
as
where
well.
the was.
Yeah.
Is it on the other side of the bridge, I guess?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the bridge out there.
Hey, what's going on here? I just tried all of the different apple trees. Ooh, a horse.
As you begin shouting, you watch as this horse begins to kick and make a bunch of noise again. Benito, I need
like
you
to
to
walk
give me
over.
a dexterity save, please. Benito? Oh, there you
Oh no, that's me.
Nice.
Sorry,
go.
not me.
No.
You
I'm
might
not-
want
I'm not near
to
the horse.
Also, because you're getting thrown out
I
of
mean,
the shed.
you're getting trampled on from that roll right there.
I'm away from the horse. They can't reach me.
You're also now thrown out of the shed by me.
Do I need to roll as well, or
Yes, you were the one that was intended for the roll. Okay, so the horse, I can't move it from the map, but the horse kicks and whinnies enough, and as it does so, it charges forward, busting through the gate, and hits Benito along the way, dealing 12 bludgeoning damage as it runs
Jesus.
by.
Oh my gosh!
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to talk about how each of the different apples tasted.
And it runs out and immediately begins to make its way out of the orchard.
And I was just actually about to let it go too once it was all calmed down.
Sorry, guys.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't fuck with horses.
Or you don't come into a stable yelling.
I didn't know there was a
No.
horse.
Horses are scary.
Hey, Lyle. They're being mean.
They are.
No.
Animals are terrifying.
What's in this building?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Benito picks himself up and just like, I swear to the gods to backseat.
Haven't even opened the door. And just begins to tap on it with the stick.
I'm gonna use my
Alright.
second. I'm gonna use my second win feature since I recovered from the long rest or the short rest.
Okay.
Once you finish that, would you mind helping me carry some of these barrels out to our wagon?
So don't forget, there are 3 barrels that smell of cider in there, and then the rest are empty except for the one to this area here that had some straw in it.
Right.
Well, that's
I will pick up 2 of the barrels and start walking out of the room.
I'll grab one of them, whatever one's left, and follow.
I will
Okay.
open the door to this room.
Okay. 1 second. Getting a little anxious there, aren't you?
I only tapped on it.
So let's see.
Patience, child.
Patience.
I'm bored. There's no patience.
So you open the door to this room. And as you kind of walk in, wooden crates, glass bottles, barrels, and several dozen apples swirl in the air of the mill, surrounded by some force. Terrible, lamenting moan reverberates throughout the entire place. It continues for a moment until it is punctured by an ear-shattering shriek, after which all of the floating items fall abruptly to the ground, and the mill is filled with silence.
Oh my gosh.
Would we have heard that as we're basically like?
Nope, you are too far away.
Okay.
So basically, once I'm assuming we're just gonna set the barrels on the cart and make our way back.
Hi.
Yes.
All right, so make our way back, please.
Yay.
I'm gonna shout into the room. Hi. Who's there?
And nothing makes a noise.
Can I go? Like, what was some of the things that were floating that are fallen that are intact?
There were glass bottles, barrels, several dozen apples, just random things.
I'll take like 3 of the apples and start throwing them in the air, trying to get them to float again.
Okay. And as you toss them up into the air, nothing is happening. They're just falling right to the ground. You're having lighting issues because you don't have dark vision. Welcome to not having dark vision.
Oh, that's what this is.
That's what this is like. Got it.
What's in here?
As you look around into that room, let's see, what room is that? That is just a random storage room. Several barrels and crates are within that room, though nothing of import, nothing that smells of cider.
No
Well,
cider in here.
When Benito walks and he's gonna light his own torch to get a better view on his
That
own.
sort of thing. I forgot
What's in
about
here?
Making an awful lot of searching. A very modest bedroom has been set up in that area of the mill. An unmade bed resides in the corner, joined by an end table and a footlocker. A small dresser, table, and bookshelves are also in here, each showing signs that their owner is a very messy and unorganized individual, with each of them covered with various bits of paper, loose clothing, and trash.
Can I get on the bed, roll around in it a bit, and get my fur all over it, and then leave?
Sure. If that's what you want to do.
That is what I want to do.
Okay. As the party makes their way in, the door behind you shuts immediately. And the groaning that you heard before begins to start back up again. You can't see anything, but the items begin to swirl in the air once more in the center of the room, in almost like a whirlwind. And as it happens, I need all of you to roll initiative, please.
Well, just kind of shouts, "Quit that racket!" Way too loud.
Okay. Oh, that's much better than it was before.
I'm gonna super duper fast.
1 second.
I should still have light on my.
Benito, may I please just quickly? I have a thing that that's going to be helpful.
Everybody ready? Yeah. Benito. Actually, Benito and Yele, what are your dexterity bonuses?
+4 or +2 rather. Sorry.
My dex is +2, but my initiative bonus is +4.
That doesn't matter. Your dex bonus matters. So, Benito, you would be first.
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. It's only +2, so we're tied for dex bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can have the first turn. So
Yep.
Thank you.
There you go. Yele, you're up.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to cast a second level spell, See Invisibility. Who goes there?
As you cast this, you see a faint glow that still fills the air, but it seems to be from everywhere. It's not from any one central point. You do see the floating objects that are kind of spinning around in this whirlwind, mostly aimed towards the center-ish area of the room. But beyond that, doesn't show you anything.
Well, shit. Okay. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. And again, you do see something, but you can't actually make out any shapes or anything. It's just kind of ethereal form of a being that's kind of holding or suspending all these items in the air.
Cool.
Okay. Benito, you're up.
All right. As Benito steps back from this swirling mass, he's going to call out. It's like, whoever's here, we mean you no harm. We only have come to, on the behest of the town there. Is there any response or anything?
One second. So as you kind of shout this out, the groaning and such that you were hearing when you first entered into the room begins to pick up once again. You don't feel threatened. It's not making an aggressive stance against you or not taking an aggressive stance against you, but it's not really talking about anything either. It's just making a bunch of groaning noises.
I'm going to use my action and assume the dodge in case anything does attack.
Okay.
That'll be it for my turn.
Okay. And as you do that, the being is going to... I need everybody to give me a charisma save, please.
Oh.
Or no, I'm sorry. Strength save, please.
Oh, well, that's way better.
Can it be charisma?
No.
Oof.
So everybody, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what this ability is doing here. So everybody in the room, you feel this this gust of wind that begins to push. And as it does, Lyle, somehow, being maybe the shortest one, is able to resist. However, everybody else is thrown back 15 feet from their location. And each of you, I need you to give me a 1d6 per 10 feet that you move.
Well, I have to only move looks like 5 feet back into the wall.
Go back, so it'd still be yeah, 1d6 for you.
Like, I only move 5 feet, so...
Unfortunately, the dodge actually gives me advantage on dexterity saving throws, which is unfortunate, but okay.
So yeah, d6 for damage, and that's your bludgeoning damage from being pushed back into the wall from this being that is not very happy with you being in its building.
Literally taking like 3 times as much damage just from random shit going on than any like actual monster attack at this point.
Okay. Lyle, the only one able to resist, you are up next.
And clueless as to what's going on. I guess I'll just like take out a torch and light it, I guess.
You shouldn't need to, because my shield should be emitting 20 feet bright and 20 feet additional.
Yeah, I see that light.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
On my screen, it's only
kinda-
emitting
I can
10
kinda
feet.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
alright,
Oh, I
well,
got it. I got the settings wrong. Hold on.
I don't know what to do though.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
If you.
I guess I'll just kind of stumble around with my hand on the wall. See this little hidey thing, and I'll chill right here. And I guess
Okay.
I'll hold an action. Wait, if I see anything I can smack, I'll smack it.
Okay. 1
Barring that.
second.
I'm assuming I can barely see in here.
So as you enter into this room, the light of a dying candle spills out from this room. It's very, very, very faint, almost embers. Sitting on a desk in the corner, which is covered by an assortment of glass bottles, tubes, a mortar and pestle, and several pages of parchment.
I can't see any of that. Just
Yeah, it's
I see.
over in that area.
Yeah.
It's very dark, and
Yeah.
they didn't put a marker there for it.
That's cool. I guess you said there were like tubes and bottles.
Yep.
Is there anything like that woman described? Like a bright blue bottle, I think it was.
You can give me a investigation check at disadvantage because it's dark.
Oh, this is gonna be.
This will be fun, right? So you kind of fumble through and you see a bunch of stuff. You see some small tubes and glass bottles, but you can't make any of the notes out. You can't figure out any of it. It's just all a bunch of stuff.
Okay, well, I'll just kind of hunker down and wait.
Okay. Navroth, you're up.
It having pushed me back, I'm not gonna be very happy. So I'd like to cast Sacred Flame right in the middle of everything that's swirling.
All right, go ahead and give me the attack. Dex save. It fails. So 8 damage. Okay. And actually, so as you cast this, hitting it with radiant damage, doing considerable amount of more damage as it lands perfectly into this spiraling mess of magic in the center of the room. Still alive though, or moving, whatever that would be called. It's still existing. It still exists. It's still existing.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Yele, you are pushed back into a kind of chest in the back of the room, or table, I guess is what that is.
Okay, I'm gonna come on out.
Okay.
That's half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
About where is it right now?
It's mostly focused in the center of the room, like right here. And so I'll give you a quick drawing here on the map. So it's focused mostly in that area, and it's swirling around, and is kind of flinging things around, but it's right now not throwing things at anybody. It's just spinning.
I'm gonna make my best shot and try and lightning lure right in the center.
Okay.
Once DC 12 strength saving throw.
Okay. Doing 3 damage to it.
If it fails to throw.
It fails to throw.
Oh my goodness.
And then it gets pulled 10 feet towards me. And shocked.
I mean, okay. Need you to give me a dexterity save, please.
Yeah. Wait.
Think this one through.
Mm-hmm. So you're able to stand your ground, but this thing does hit you in the head with an apple, dealing 2 bludgeoning damage.
Did you just make that up, or was that like actually?
No, it's one of the things on here.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. You get hit on the head with one.
Anything else?
I am going to... Wait, can this thing get opportunity attacks?
I don't know. You'd have to find out.
For science.
For science.
I have 12 health!
And whose fault is that, cat?
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm going to... I still have half my movement, so I'm gonna move right here. Opportunity?
Give me a strength check.
Just a straight strength check?
Yep. Ouch. Give me a 1d4. So as you're moving away, the gusts of wind pick up and throw you back into the wall, dealing 2 bludgeoning damage. Benito, you're up.
Benito's gonna move into the other corner and he's gonna take a shot at whatever it is with his bow. Like, he's at this point, he's much out of his bow. He saw where both the spellcasters seem to have like made contact with something, so he's gonna aim at that general spot and hope to hit something and be useful. Oh, the longbow with disadvantage or something?
Yeah, disadvantage. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So you reach back and you knock the arrow, and as you release it, it flies directly towards this thing, and it immediately catches it and swirls it back in your direction. And you see it come right for you, and you duck underneath of it, and it sticks into the wall directly behind you.
Oh
with
my god.
with that, it is going to move and get right up next to you guys.
What
I
is
need
it?
all of you guys to give me another strength save, please.
Is that Measle?
No, you are behind the wall.
We're literally fighting the air.
You are literally fighting the air.
Don't make me punch her.
Yale, I need you to give me another D6, please.
Oh no.
God damn it.
So as this happens, this thing begins to swirl and start pushing you guys around. And it grabs Yele, bringing her forward and then back around, and then throws her back into the wall, dealing 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch!
I'm gonna like get like all of my fur is standing on end, my tail is bushy. Like,
Lyle, you're up.
Okay, so kind of peeking around the corner, seeing Kitty go flying. I'll see if I can't punch some, or hit some air with some things. Let's see, or I guess probably at disadvantage.
Yeah, at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll just do another roll. About 10.
Wait, what is the AC? Okay, yeah. Okay, that misses.
Okay, and
Are you trying to melee too?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's gonna miss too.
probably
Yeah,
what
that'd
I
be your
figured.
lowest one. So you kind of swipe at it. Yeah, what's the AC of air? So you come in with the quarterstaff, swipe at it. You just feel it just brush right through. Then you come in with an unarmed strike. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, well.
does missing the air mean you hit? Like,
No.
like you hit your teammates?
So as this is going on, one of the lids to one of the barrels is now flying around and comes around and smacks you across the side. And as it hits you, it knocks you back into the wall, dealing 4 bludgeoning damage.
My gosh.
Hey, that's the first time
This
I've
is
had-
one of my favorite fights ever.
To quote Korg from Thor Ragnarok, piss off, ghost!
Navroth, you're up.
My thoughts exactly.
More magic! More magic! It's the only thing that seems to work.
With that, I am going to what's it called?
The thing.
Do the thing.
Special things, man.
Oh, yes. The cleric thing. Poor you know the cleric thing, right?
Yeah, that cleric thing. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
I was about to say, Spirit Guardians?
I'm not high enough level yet.
No. A dex
Also, it's
save.
radiant.
Summon undead.
So
That'd be
tell me how you just defeated this whirling air in the center of this room.
I just focus, and then this little bright white fire-looking energy just slowly descends right in the middle of it and just burns it away.
And as this happens, the energy that you could feel, Taylor, you could sense it from your spell that you cast earlier, begins to fade away and then turns itself into a being who begins walking away. Starting here again, they didn't give me a token, and it walks away and makes its way over towards the apple press. and begins to immediately start pressing the apples into cider in the back of this room.
What the fuck were we fighting? The element of hydrogen? Like,
Is it? It's actually like using the machinery.
It is a ghost who is
Or
now
is it just going through the motions?
It's going through the motions.
Okay.
is it actually? So it's not actually touching the thing.
As you're kind of watching this thing, it's reaching down as if it's grabbing an apple, but you can see it's not actually picking anything up, and then it's placing apples into the press, and it's pulling the lever and doing the motions as if it's pulling the lever, but the press isn't actually activating.
Guys, it's the second form. Quick, get it. And,
Two-phase boss fight.
are we still in combat?
No, you're not. You
I'll run
haven't
up
even
to it
found
and
my
swipe
final
paws
form yet.
Right through it.
As you do it, hit you in the back of the head with an apple. Nothing happens. You swipe your claw through the air, and nothing
Because I
happens.
would have died.
You probably would have died from an apple to the head. In the back of this is the biggest piece of machinery within it, is the press itself, used to actually make the cider. Off to the south are 3 barrels sitting in the back corner here. To the north, the 3 levers here, as you start to investigate a little bit, they have notes kind of tacked to the top of each lever. One says press, one says mix, and one says pour. And then to the south, several crates of apples that appear to still be fresh and ready to be pressed if you wish to do so. The crazy cat gets 10 healing, and while we are doing this, we're going to stop for a minute and take a short 5-minute break.
Yeah, I was about to ask for that. Thank you. Thank you for the
Absolutely.
Kitty needs to pee.
Psycho.
All right. So we will be right back, guys. Gonna take a 5-minute break and give everybody a chance to stretch a little bit, and then we will return. All right, I am back. We'll get ready to wrap up this session with a...
Well, this entire one-shot is completely ridiculous.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed this one-shot. Just reading through it was fun. And you guys have only really explored a few parts of it. There's a lot more left, considering what you guys kind of looked over. But that encounter was definitely my favorite.
For real, I'm kind of glad I didn't get shot by my own arrow.
What's that? Oh yeah, right.
What is you're like, roll a dex save? I was like, oh no.
So the way that that encounter was written, it was basically an invisible poltergeist, but when you miss an attack that wasn't a spell attack, it would try to attack you back with it. It would basically use like a reaction to force an attack back on you, and it would cause a dex save for it.
Using your own momentum or attack against you, basically.
Mm-hmm. But spells, if it missed, it just missed. There was nothing else to it.
Right.
All right, so quick check. Who are we missing?
I'm back.
Okay.
I think we're missing fourth.
Yeah. I think so.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just so great. I'm drinking cider right now too. So perfect.
Looks like it was meant to be.
Yeah, I didn't even like realize what this one shot was about. Just picked it up earlier. Yes, it's a Monday. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Also, gotta have water too. That's the best way to wake up in the morning. In a good state of mind.
Yeah. Fourth, are you back? No.
Right.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Ah, there you go.
Sorry.
All right. So yeah, you guys walk up. This ghostly being kind of walking right through Yele as it walks over and pretends to be picking up apples and placing it into the press, and begins grabbing the handle and pulling the handle again. It's going through the motions, but the machinery is not cooperating. And then going over and performing the actions at the 3 levers here. And as you kind of watch it, you get the sense of kind of how the machine operates. You notice, as I mentioned, to the southwest of the machine, there are 3 barrels sitting down there. The lids are currently on them. And then there's a ton of crates of apples within the room. Lyle, you are within what appears to be an office of some sort for him, or a study. As I mentioned, there are a bunch of glass bottles and tubes, mortar and pestle, and several pieces of parchment in the room itself.
Can I take another look at it? Maybe climb up on the desk for a better view.
Yeah, and as you kind of search through, see a bunch of notes on the top of the study, one of which is this here. I'll send this to you. It should be in your journal now.
Can I try and get the ghost's attention?
As you motion for the ghost, it doesn't really do anything. Again, it's seemingly just going through the motions. It doesn't notice any of you in the room with it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there anything in the barrels?
Yeah, so as you kind of reach down and kind of put your nose to the top of the barrel and kind of pry it open a little bit, you notice that the 3 barrels to the south are indeed full of cider.
Oh. I've motioned toward the back and like, we've got a few more barrels at least here, so that brings our total up to 6.
Yes.
Then I'll grab one of them and begin moving it toward the door.
I'll grab 2 again.
Okay. And as you guys kind of make your way out of the building with a couple of the barrels, you guys, again, the only other thing that's really going on in this room is the ghost who's repetitively grabbing apples, putting them in the press, pulling the lever, and then pulling the 3 levers at the side. Beyond that, there are some random supplies and things of that nature. Lyle, as you were searching through here, the study, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, I forgot I queried. Haha.
Yeah, so as you're kind of searching through, you do notice that there are a lot of alchemical equipment and supplies. They're kind of mixed in with the desk itself. And as you're searching and you're going through some of the different drawers, you do find in the top drawer in the center of the desk itself, you find 4 bottles of a blue liquid that are labeled adder tongue.
Okay. I just pocket those and I'd say nothing about them.
Okay.
But I do show the note to Yele that I found. What do you make of this?
It is.
I'm sorry, what was the note?
It is now in your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Let's walk out too.
Well, it looks like whoever was working was making an apple golem.
As you guys are kind of looking over the cider press and kind of talking about things, these are the 3 notes that are found on the actual press itself. The ones I mentioned about the 3 levers that you could pull.
I'm going to take, like... So it says 8 apples required.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take 9 apples and shove them in the press.
Okay.
That's 8 grapes.
What about the sugar?
Oh, sure, I'll pour the sugar in too.
Just saying. It's on the list.
Okay.
1/9 of the sack of sugar? Because you did 9 apples?
No, 1/8.
Because that math adds up, right?
Wait, 1/9 is less than 1/8.
So, as you place the and it's 8 crates of apples, not 8 apples, just so you know.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
So if you're trying to do that, you can dump 8 crates of apples in and do that.
No, I'll put in 1 crate and then 1 more apple.
Okay, and then as you do this, I guess you are trying to pull through the levers to get it to work.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you do so, it comes out to just a sugary garbage as you pull the poor lever down. because it simply does not have enough apples to be able to turn it into a proper cider.
With a crate?
It requires 8 crates of apples
8 crates. It requires 8.
Yep.
for 1 cask. Not 8 apples, 8 crates.
And how many full crates of apples are there?
There are tons of them scattered in this room
Okay.
and in the other room over here.
All right. I'm going to go to the sugary mess, lap up some of it.
Give me a con save.
Say, it's just sugar.
Very sugar.
It is so sugary that it makes you start to cough and hack because it's that bad.
Oh, thank you for
Tell me I don't take damage from that.
No, you do not take damage from that.
Thank you. I cough so hard I shake an apple off the shelf and hits me on the head, killing me instantly.
I take it DM'd it myself and Neveroth and make it.
Yeah, you'll make it over there with
to
no
the
problem. Yep.
And the others, and so far the wagon and the other barrels are left there untouched and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at this point, they can probably made our way back.
Okay, I wanna if this dark big
Well,
house.
you guys deal with that. I'm out. I'm not the mechanic type.
Nor am I. If we need
Okay.
to make more cider, we can.
Let's see. What's down here?
Follow it's a path, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is a fenced-in path. It kind of goes around, separates the outer parts of the actual orchard from the mill itself.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of follow the path down.
I feel like by the time we get back, take a step in, either not in there and go, then head on down trying to find them.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to that building then?
Yeah, let's check this one out.
All right. So
the building just moved.
yeah, the building just moved.
We are now fighting a building, guys.
Oh God.
So the door opens pretty easily, and inside it reveals a couple of yellow painted wheelbarrows and an array of crates, jugs, shovels, and buckets stored within.
Hello? Ghost?
Nothing.
What did we learn about last time barging into a building yelling?
I don't think he's gonna learn that lesson.
That
Based on
I got apples.
Give me an investigation check, Yale.
Okay, good. If you said dexterity save again, I...
As you're kind of looking through, you smell something. Your senses, as you're kind of pouring through these different boxes and crates and stuff, your senses pick up on what appears to be an alcoholic smell to the northeast. And as you kind of walk over, you see a jug that is sitting kind of off to the side by itself. And as you pick up the jug and you kind of tilt it a little bit, it begins to pour out this cider that, as you kind of taste it, tastes like alcoholic cider. Magically produced alcoholic cider.
Infinite?
Maybe.
I'll pour,
What you got there?
Guys, look, I found this infinite cider! I'll pour out the entire thing.
And it just keeps pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring.
Lyle just kind of gets underneath it and
Just when it rains on him, he's just like, ah, he's in heaven now.
Just for
I'm
a good
gonna
5
mostly
seconds.
pour it on his beard, and like I'm gonna get mostly away from his mouth.
But I mean, you know, he's trying to drink it, so he's no. Come back.
No, bring it.
All right,
Is
enough
it
of that.
any good?
Guys, let's go.
How is,
I was planning to ruin the entire local ecosystem. Who's with me?
Okay.
Yay?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm keeping this.
Oh, well.
I'll
Are
drink.
you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I'll drink like a glass worth.
Okay. And you drink your glass worth, and it tastes like alcoholic cider.
The best kind.
Cool. What's in the next place?
As he clips through a wall.
Right?
I did.
Kidding.
I went through the door.
And you step over to this room. And
What's in this room?
inside of this shed, hold on. About half a dozen crates are lined against the far wall of this shed, each filled to the brim with red apples. One such crate has begun tipping over, and many of the apples scatter out through the floor. A single barrel has been placed in the corner of the shed as well. Its lid is missing and appears to be filled with cider. However, a liquid begins trickling out, and the apples start rolling towards you. Roll for initiative, please.
Hang it. I was about to say, this is going to turn to a okay.
What did you
Roll
do?
for initiative against the apples.
Did I not click it again? God diggity damn it.
Well, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we've basically just fought the wind before, so why not?
Why not fight an apple golem?
We're going to get terrible.
I swear to God!
Hey!
Wait, how do you have 6.5? 6.1? How do you have a decimal of initiative?
Is my deck?
Hold on, I'm still
10?
dropping bad guys. Hold on. Okay. Now I
You get a
can...
decimal if you add your dex mod as a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You're kidding.
Nope.
George, did you want to fix that? I had troll twice.
Eh.
It's up to you. I don't really care either way.
What in the blue blazes? Stop adding them!
Oh my!
What is this?
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die right now.
Yes, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, so let's see what this does. So this apple rolls towards you and is going to bite at you. Does a 4 hit?
No.
Okay. Lyle, you're up.
Oh,
Oh, they're all on the wrong map. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
That's
I
why
see-
you can't see
I
anything.
nothing.
I just see
Here,
the
I'll
turn
fix
order.
that.
Oh my god.
Let me at him. I'll take him. I'll take them all. I've eaten all your brethren.
Ah, hello.
And there's one directly on top of you. It's right here.
Is that a pile of honey?
Eh.
So, okay, since I'm small, can I attack from this place?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can move in and attack, and you'd have to
Oh.
disengage.
Don't move in. Let them funnel.
Yeah. Well, I can.
You
move
only
in.
have to disengage if you don't kill it.
Well, no. See,
They're all surrounded.
I'm gonna attack this one on Tele first.
Okay.
Smack.
Yep. And it shatters and dies immediately.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Pop 2 of these.
Okay. Okay.
Against different ones. I guess the closest ones to my north.
Okay.
Uh.
You don't even
This
have
is-
to roll damage. They're gonna die pretty
Okay.
quickly.
Okay, so I'll kill both of those and then just pop right out.
Okay. So you disengage, make your way back out of the building. Let's see. All right. This apple is going to roll up and attack.
Go.
15 to hit.
That hits.
So this apple rolling its way towards you, bounces, jumps up, bites onto your fur, dealing 1 piercing damage. This apple does the same thing, rolling up and bites at you. Does a 6 hit?
No.
Okay. I don't remember what this guy does, so give me a second.
It oozes. Death to the fruit!
I think they may kill you
Oh,
first.
oh yeah. Okay. So it is going to reach out and attack you. Oh, holy shit. I'm sorry. Does a nat 20 hit?
Ouch.
Actually, yes.
Can I get F's in chat?
Yeah, this is gonna get ugly. All right, so
Wait, what kind of damage?
it does 24 bludgeoning damage and 7 acid damage.
So, is the rule for instant death?
It has to be double your, or it has to be, the remainder has to be more than your total health as if it was full.
Oh, okay, thank God. Because, so this takes me down to 0 with minus 13. So that was 4 away from instantly killing me.
Okay, we'll call that 1 death fail on your death saves.
There's a spell that lets me reduce acid damage, but I can't
That
cast
wouldn't.
it as a reaction.
Yeah, you can't cast it as a reaction.
Okay, I'm dead.
You dead. This apple is going to roll out here and is going to attack Lyle. 11.
Nope.
Okay. This apple is going to roll out and attack Nav for 17. Navroth,
What was it? Sorry.
17.
17 hits.
Okay.
Somehow.
1 piercing damage from this magically rolling apple that is coming your direction.
Stupid apple.
This one rolls out and does the same thing, bites at Benito. 18. Holy hell.
That does it. Wow.
Also dealing 1 piercing damage. This one is dead. This one has already moved. Wait, did I stack them? I think I stacked some of them. It's okay. Skip that one. This one rolling out also is going to attack Navroth here. 11.
Miss.
This one rolling out is going to attack Lyle. 7.
Nope.
Benito, you're up.
I haven't even seen the, like, whatever the ooze is going on. There's a bunch of these little bitey apples come pouring out.
Correct.
Benito looks entirely simultaneously bewildered and rather kind of amused at what's going on.
F's and
As he pulls out his katana and proceeds to Well, can I get my reaction on one of the ones that attacked the cleric because it's within range of within 5 feet of me? Through Sentinel.
You can going forward if you call it.
Okay, so
yeah, it's a little late to be using a reaction.
All right, so I'll use my action surge as well and attack the one that attacked me.
Okay. Okay, that hits. And it's gonna kill it.
Amazing. And I'm gonna attack the one just to my north. Sure.
So that one there?
That just crits it.
Yeah, that one's gone too. And in fact, it hits it so hard that when it splits, it hits the other one directly beside it and kills it too. Because, yeah,
Yes.
that's just insane damage, and I want it to, you know, do something.
Double crit.
I mean, double crit, come on. I gotta give
I have
something for that.
disadvantage attack and crit.
Anything else?
And I'm going to... nope, that'll be it for my turn, so yeah.
Okay, this one's going to roll out here and is also going to attack you with its bite. 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright, dealing another one piercing damage. Navroth, you have 3 of them around you.
Yes.
And a dead teammate.
Almost dead.
Almost
Wait,
dead.
not yet. Action, I'm gonna smack one of the little guys in front of me.
Okay. Yep, and it's gone.
And
You guys literally can't. I mean, there's no way any of you are gonna do less than 5 damage to these things, so you'll kill it every turn.
that on the cat.
Hey,
once
cat,
again.
you are barely alive again.
Thank you. The sad thing is, there's a spell I had that would instantly kill all of these.
Probably.
Well, that's what you get for being a wizard and charging headlong into everything.
I didn't know there were going to be apples.
Avalana
Well,
2.0.
Well, after attacking the air, I'm literally expecting just about anything at this point. So.
Pretty much.
Lyle does a 15 hit
15 hits, yeah.
for 1 piercing damage.
Yeah, 1 damage.
1 damage. You get 1 damage, and you get 1 damage.
Everybody gets
It
1
is your
damage.
turn, Lyle. Got 1 to your south.
Is that the one that bit me?
Yeah, to your southeast.
Sorry, I want to smack that thing. And then, can I hit both of these guys up here?
If you move into
if I use the-
his spot, yes.
Okay. Oh, that.
So the quarter staff will hit this one and kill it immediately.
And then I'll move.
Yep.
And then on the other one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So just like before, this thing is going to reach out and attempt to attack you, Lyle. Does a 12 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Apple blight. This.
Wait, that's what they're called? Apple blights?
Apple blights. Bites at Navroth does a 9 hit.
9, no.
And
Okay.
I'll take my reaction to hit it with Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Kill another one. Don't roll a 1. Yay, it's not a 1.
Yay. And that one's gone too. Benito, it is your turn though.
Is there only the one left?
Yeah, it's just one left.
I'm gonna skewer it with the end of my katana. Yes.
Chomp.
Oh, but you're unable to stab through this thing. And as you reach down and try to slice at it, it rolls right out of the way, taking no damage.
Cheeky little bastard.
And it laughs at you and then is going to bite at you. Oh, but it got a little overconfident and rolled a 5.
5.
Yes, the apple got overconfident.
The apple got overconfident, guys. Think about
That's
that for a
great
second.
sentence. Can I just, like, on my experience playing D&D, the apple was too overconfident and failed his attack roll is maybe one of the best sentences I've ever heard.
Yep. Yep.
Navroth, you are up.
Die, you stupid apple.
Yep, it's dead. So all of the randomly attacking and rolling apples are now dead, but you still have this thing in the room that is still attacking your buddies.
Yep. I'm just gonna step right over here, and that's my turn.
Okay, you're down. Lyle, you'll have to move because you can't stay on his spot. Yeah, there you go.
I'll step into it and see what my stick does to it.
Okay.
Does that hit?
I don't know. Yes. I had to look. Yes, it hits.
For 8. And then
Okay.
I'll just do that with a bonus action.
Yep, that hits too.
Now my hand is covered in sticky gooiness.
Yes, it is. And
Yummy.
because that has happened, it is now going to attack you. Does a 22 hit?
Just a wee
Just
bit.
just a little. At least it's not a nat 20 though. So it only deals 6 bludgeoning and 1 acid damage. So it reaches out, trying to grab onto you, and as it hits and grabs onto your skin, it starts to burn a little bit, and you quickly yank your arm back out of the way. Benito, this is all going on in front of you. You have no idea what is going on in that room or what they are fighting.
Well, at first I'm going to grab Yele and pull them back out of safety. Like up to like against the other building the previous building we examined.
There.
And if I have any movement left, I'd like to try to move around and see through the door. Like, can I get an angle where I can see what's going on inside?
You
Thank
could
you very much.
stand right at the doorway.
Sure, I'll stand in the doorway.
Mm-hmm. And then as you do so, you see the same thing that everybody else saw, the several crates of apples in the back, and then this jelly ooze thing in the corner of the room itself.
Would I still be able to make an attack?
Sure, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Alright, I'll take a swing at it with my katana.
Okay. Yep, that hits. Okay, one sec. Okay, and as you do this,
Oh no.
Hey,
Oh, is it? Oh no, it's.
I made this
it
mistake.
multiplied.
And as you hit it, immediately chops down into 2 pieces, and will now have 2 different attacks. Navaroth, you're up.
Ah, yes.
Burn it
I
with
would
fire.
like to walk in here and
That would be a good time for chicken.
breathe pure ice onto both of them.
Nice.
Okay. Con save.
Yes.
And both of them failed.
6 cold damage.
Freeze.
Everybody clap your hands.
How are you
so,
clapping if it's push to talk?
because he's not pushed to talk, probably.
Oh.
No. I just use the gate because it works.
Voice gate for the win.
All right. So you give this cold dragon breath cone attacking everything directly in front. Fortunately, doesn't hit Lyle to your south based on the angle you're attacking. But actually, you wouldn't. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Technically, it would go from your square. It would go 1, 3, 5, or 1, 2, 3 if you go diagonally. So, how it would angle for your attack? Just, if that made any sense, I don't know if it.
Yeah, so it'd go 1. Those
like that, or it would go 1 and then the 2 squares. So then it would be like that, and then would expand out that way.
So if I moved up here, would it have been better for you?
Yes, that would have hit both of them.
I'll do that then.
Okay, but as you do so, the other one will get an attack of opportunity because
Yes.
you're passing by it, and I just deleted it.
Yes, you did.
Nice. Great.
No.
GG, we won,
It's
guys.
dead.
In reality stone from existence.
God killed it.
Does a 22 hit?
Holy crap, yes.
So it hits you for 8 bludgeoning and 4 acid damage.
And I got 24.
Mm-hmm. So, you're able to get up there and cast your Dragon's Breath, and it hits both of them, doing considerable amount of damage to them. They're both still standing, but just barely still standing. Lyle, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna keep smacking, I guess. Is it the original one?
Yes,
who's
that
to
would be the
say?
original one.
Who's to
Or
say,
kind
though?
of.
What is original? Smack him a good one.
Yeah, you smack him a good one. Alright. Anything else?
And I want to punch the other one.
Okay. Yep, that hits. Alright.
Kind of swinging wildly at this point.
Yeah.
Delete it from the turn order.
Yeah, that's fine. It was... Where was it? It was after
I think
Benito,
had a
wasn't it?
16.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. With that, it will attack... The one to the south will attack Benito, who caused it to split. Does an 11 hit?
No, sir.
The one to the north is going to attack the one that tried to set it on fire with a 22.
Fire?
Or, I tried to freeze it. I'm sorry. Not
The
fire.
opposite of fire.
The
A
opposite
22
of fire.
again?
Another 22 again.
That's
I'll copy. I'll paste them if you want to see it. Also dealing 8 bludgeoning damage and 2 acid damage.
Still
Well, no.
stated?
No.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That
Benito,
was,
you're up.
I had literally 10
10
left.
HP.
Oh damn.
Yep.
Oh, those.
Oh, boo-hoo for you.
Oh, shut up, cat.
Meow.
I'm going to use... I'm going to use another point of my fighting spirit so I get advantage on my next attack. And 5
Okay.
temporary HP to the end of the... Well, hold on, let me see what it is. And so advantage until the end of the current turn, so basically until after when the melee goes again, or Lyle
Alrighty.
rather. Which is worded rather weird, but anyway. So I'm going to take my longbow out and shoot the one that is that's toward the middle of the room, that's farthest away.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that definitely. You said the one furthest away?
Yep.
Yeah, so as soon as that arrow hits, it immediately just falls to just a puddle on the ground, unmoving and no longer a threat to you guys.
And I'm going to take one step back from just diagonally back, so I can hopefully still keep that guy in range or in view, but so I'm not like within melee distance.
Where?
Just stepping back right there.
Okay, it will get an attack of opportunity.
It's fine by me.
19 is not, or 9 is not going to hit. I'm sorry.
Nope, it does not.
It was a 9 and a 14, and somehow I made that a 19. So yeah, you're able to hit it, kill the one to the north, and the other one is there. Navroth, I need a death save, please.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. There's one. The cat's still down. Lyle, the jelly thing is still there.
Plop.
Yeah. Yeah, give me damage. Yeah. Tell me how you just
That's a
killed
lot
the
of
ooze.
damage.
Just kind of, it's so anticlimactic. He just brings down the staff, and it literally just plops right in it, and it just stops moving. And you're just like, what?
Okay.
What?
Mash
what's
those
that?
apples into jelly.
Ah.
What can we do here? I'm slightly worthless.
Yeah, so I'm saying here, assist me in making sure that our dragon friend here is stabilized, and I'll attempt to roll medicine check, I guess.
I have this
To stabilize
herbalism
him,
kit,
sure.
but
Oh, you already have a kit. In that case, you
I
can.
have a
It's
kit,
herbalism,
but I have
though,
but-
nothing made.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only for
Yeah.
producing potions or whatever.
Do I get to survive yet?
Eh, give it a little bit of time. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Well, as long as I'm being
So-
assisted, I'll get advantage on my +0.
Yeah, sure.
Medicine
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Or, hold on. No. Swap that. Let me do it.
Okay, so if anything gets advantage, that's
Wait.
fine.
I'm better at this than you. Let me try.
Let me do this.
With that 4 bonus, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're able to stabilize him. It's takes a little bit of work and a little patience, and finally you get him to come back, and he kind of lays back on these apple crates, a little uncomfortable and a little weirded out by these apples now.
Eat an apple. It'll make you feel better.
Nom, 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 nom.
Bites into
Yele,
an apple blight. It's got teeth in it.
Yele also coming back around and rejoining the rest of the party. Again, kind of missing out on all the action.
Do I get 1 HP?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, I'm ready to do it. You ready? I'm gonna burn the entire house down.
Whoa, 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 we're fine. We've taken care of the problem. Just do us a favor and stop charging randomly into shit for the remainder
What
of
the hell is
this.
that then? I'm gonna point to a standard apple on the floor and just smash it to bits.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna take a look around this room and see what else is in here. And I'm gonna also stab an apple with that of my katana, just to make sure.
Lots of apples, and that's about it.
I'll,
That's all you
I'll-
see.
Short rest.
We don't
We're
have any
about to end the session, so
Oh.
yeah. So as you
Okay.
guys continue exploring through here, there's not much left. You make your way to the room to the north. There's a storeroom where you find an additional 4 barrels or casks of the cider that you need to return. You guys are able to gather it up and you make it back to your wagon, no problem. The wagon makes it back through the woods, and as you kind of return to the town with the cider in tow, you also returning the horses and the wagon that they, lent to you as you get there. People of all ages come up and thank you and praise you for your good work that you have done for them to bring them their cider in such glory. You do not speak a word of the troubles that you had fighting apples or
Not a one.
a
Mm-mm.
rustling wind that was kicking around in a room. None of that is mentioned. However, with the festival only a couple weeks away, the people are excited that the festival can continue as normal. However, as you're doing this, your attention is turned to the sky for just a moment. And as you look up, you see the ghostly image of the old gentleman that you saw running the mill in the back of the main building. He kind of looks down at you and winks and takes a swig from his cup before disappearing into the nothingness. And that ends our session.
What?
Before we just quickly, right before we leave the orchard, can I take my infinite cider jug, go to the river, and just hold it over the river for like 10 minutes? Just make the river run golden with cider.
And the fish are
within,
now
like,
drunk.
As soon as the cat starts doing that, I grab the jar and take it from it.
Yeah.
There is no ruining of ecosystem.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream and I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, so that does it for our session here. Thank you guys for tuning in for this. It was an impromptu session. I just wanted to throw something up and give us a little something for our Monday. It would typically be Tyranny of Dragons, but this is a lot of fun, very interesting. Had a lot more to it, but because of the time frame that we were working with, I just wanted to make sure they got through the story part. So everything seemed to turn out pretty well. Thank you for tuning in. As mentioned, we'll be back on Wednesday for Amongst the Giants. Then Saturday is the return of our Alliance game. And then we're back here next Monday for Tyranny of Dragons. Thank you again for tuning in. Very much appreciate each and every one of you. Hope to see you guys again soon. And be sure, if you don't already do so, follow us on Twitter so you can keep up with everything that is going on in our channel as it's happening. So, but yeah, with that, have a good night, guys, and I'll see you very soon.